Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Nevaeh, the Purposeful Content Creator, and today I'm going to show you guys how I do my slick back bun. I start off with freshly washed hair. You want your hair to be soaking wet, and I usually always do a middle part. However, the biggest thing that you need to know is what works with your gel. Your gel is your styler, not your moisturizer, so you need to know what combines well with it, and you need to do it by doing a test. So what I do is mix whatever type of moisturizer I have with my gel and just see if it clumps or if it blends smoothly. If it clumps, that means it's not going to mix well, which means it's going to cause your hair to flake, and that's why it's important. So that was the second product that I used, which is the Nevaeh leave-in conditioner. The cream-based conditioner did not work well, so I ended up trying the Botana Balm from Camille Rose, and it ended up mixing really well, which I did not expect. And so this is how you're going to figure out which products allows your hair to not flake when slicking it back. So after that, I pretty much just put the balm all over my hair. And the important part about this is just making sure that it's blended into your hair by detangling it fully. You don't want to just have the product sitting on your hair. Through this process, I learned that this tangle teaser is the best to really get down to the nitty-gritty of getting all of that product through your hair. I used another type of brush, but that is going to be for the top of the hair. But as far as like getting it all through the ends and everything, I feel like the tangle teaser is the best. Now, I do also keep a spray bottle near me because you want to keep the hair damp and for it to not dry quickly, because then it'll become frizzy. And after I make sure that the moisturizer is detangled in, I go over it with the gel and detangle that as well. So this tangle teaser is going to be your best bet for making sure that the foundation is laid and detangled through. And then once that's done, I do use a different brush to pretty much just slick it back into place. And then I repeat it on the other side and go on from there. While I progressively add more gel, you want to be mindful of how much gel you use, because even though the two products that you use may not flake because they blend well together, if you add too much gel, period, it's gonna flake. So just be mindful of how much gel you use, and if your hair is soaking wet, the gel will easily lay your hair down, so you won't have to worry about adding too much. Along with that, even if your hair is not perfectly slicked down initially, because you'll see when I'm done with this, it's not going to look fully laid. However, once I tie my scarf down, that is what is going to make it laid. So it does not have to be perfect, you know, so don't add too much gel. What you're going to do instead is rely on the scarf and the drying time to fully lay your hair down. This is the second brush that I'm using. This brush is from Heat Free Hair. It is a brush that is actually meant for clip ends. However, it does do well with detangling, and for this case, slicking my hair back into a ponytail, and there is a defining side and a detangling side, and so for this purpose I use the defining side. But right now you're just seeing me just pull my hair back into the bun, and this is where I'm talking about that your edges and the overall front of your hair is not going to be perfectly laid. And when I do pull my hair in a bun, I basically do it in a half ponytail and wrap it around so it can be secured. I do my edges with a edge brush and just try to form some baby hairs. This is completely optional, but if you want to do that, then an edge brush would be the best bet, just because it's smaller and it easily forms the front fine areas of your hair. And then to ensure that my bun will stay secure, I make sure that those loose ends are wrapped around it, and I use bobby pins to pin it in place. Then I go in with a satin scarf. I believe that a satin scarf is okay. I realized that a cotton scarf is probably the best bet just because it is not gonna glide. It's going to dry smoothly and allow your hair to set in place. So definitely try a cotton scarf so that your satin scarf is not competing with the gel and all the products. This is the next morning, and you can just clearly see how the scarf and the gel worked so well together. My hair was not perfect initially before I tied my hair down, and look at it now. It's wavy, it's slicked down, and it just looks so clean. And so this was pretty much it, guys. So like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you like about this video. Bye!